Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man, giving you the truth. Isaiah 4 and 1 series. Isaiah 4 and 1 series. This is important. You gotta understand this if you're a guy. This is the thin line between simp and being a no matrix guy, being out of the matrix. It's a thin line. Don't let these women cause you to be on the simp side, cause you to be on the panda bear, white knight side. That's what we finna get into. Isaiah 4 and 1 states, in that day, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food, wear our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name, take away our disgrace. Now, there's been some studies done that a lot of couples, like, I don't know, maybe 20, that were divorced, the ex-wife became somebody's side chick. That's what Isaiah 4 and 1 is talking about. Now, me personally, I'm not dealing with nobody divorced, me personally, because I know what Deuteronomy 24 verses 1 through 3 say about divorced women, in particular when their husbands are still alive. Also, 1 Corinthians, several chapters, read the whole book, talk about this. But the disgrace is unsubmissiveness, OnlyFans, emotional affairs, disrespectful speech, double standards, physical affairs, texting, all the sneaky stuff that you don't know about. That's all the disgrace, because after a while, what happens is, even if they're getting away with a lot of things, it's going to create a resentment towards you from them. It's going to create a disrespect towards you. And with some of them, you can look back to the beginning. Like, they never wanted you. They was always in other dudes' face, had other dudes calling, and your dumb butt married them. I mean, in their mind, they're perfect. But who's perfect doing all of that? What woman can say she's perfect talking intimately with like in her heart towards these guys right in your face? With a liking, taking a liking to guys. That's the disgrace. That's the disgrace too. And after a while, the simp number is going to diminish greatly, because they're going to go to the panda bears and the simps, and the problem is them, so they're going to mess them up too. And then they're going to be all right over here with us. So what I want to entitle this one, the vag has no value. Has no value. It has no value. Well, you say, how do you say that? And why do you say that? How can you prove that? Okay, when the Most High created Adam, did he create Adam from the vag? Did Adam come out of Eve? Did the Bible say, and Adam was taken from Eve's vag, or from this vag or that? No. Eve came from his rib. You say, how is that possible? How is the sky possible? Can you create a sky? Me personally, I think a person who can create a sky can create a woman from a man's rib. That's just a creative person. But y'all give the vag too much value. Guys is in prison for life. Guys is dead over vag. Guys is, and right here in Milwaukee, it's been like 7 women in the last 2 or 3 weeks that got killed by ex-boyfriends. Domestic disputes. Why? What drives a man to do such a thing? A man who doesn't know the true value of a vag. A man who doesn't realize Isaiah 4 and 1, doesn't see these dudes are ungodly men. The Bible tells you not to kill. The Bible tells you what a woman's role is. See, the reason why we're seeing all this stuff It's because these guys are ungodly. Like they don't know these things. So they fall victim to having 4 or 5 kids. You was a gangster thug, a pookie. You made 4 or 5 babies. Now you done turn your life around and now they eating you up in child support. Everybody else at your job taking home $800 a week. Got Chargers, Challengers, bikes. You riding the bus because you got all that child support. Because you didn't know the true value of a vag. No guy at the sound of my voice should experience any sadness due to what these women do or say. If you're healthy, you got a relationship with the Most High God, you should be happy. But guys who don't understand the value of a vag punch on women, they beat on women, they do, like I said, domestic disputes here in Milwaukee. Somebody just got, another woman got STABBED 6 times. They think that was a domestic dispute. I mean, why? Like, what? We talked about this. These guys can't handle the idea of somebody else rocking your girl. So what? The vag has no value. The vag can easily be replaced. Who that over there? Who that over there? You know why you're doing that? Because you can't handle somebody else getting what you had. Let it go. 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 I got a relative that's battling a case right now. You gotta learn the value of the vag. And all these dudes talking about they got game, they're Mac, they this, that. Okay. When that woman goes sour on you, when she turn against you, and she will, 9 times out of 10, she not a unicorn, she'll eventually gonna turn on you. Some of them will do it in the beginning, you just gotta see it. This was funny. You'll break up with, the guys be funny. Like certain girls, they take anything off of them. But if that was their ex-girl, they would have broke up with her. That's the mistake guys make too. Like you take, then the one that you love the most, put you through the most, and talk the most slick stuff and be the most disrespectful out of them all. That's how it be. And that's because the vag has no true, you don't know the real value. And when you learn the real value, that's when the divorce rate is going to go up even higher. That's when guys going to be like, man, I ain't getting serious with none of these women. And that's where I'm at. Like, listen, unicorns is the only ones that'll get a strong second look. Or some time. And even they ain't gonna get no whole lot of time unless we working together to build the empire. But I've learned the hard way about women. I've lost jobs. I've had to file bankruptcy dealing with these women on these jobs. I've went bills piling up, dealing with the female nature, female behaviors. But now I understand the value of the vag. You know what the value of the vag is? 0. It's the person that will cause the value to become a little higher. But even then, dude, it better, your life need to be in danger before you put, how can I, okay, let me rephrase this. Don't put your life in danger for the vag. Don't put your freedom in danger for the vag. Because you know what'll happen? While you in jail, while you in prison, she's going to put wingding in here, down there, and probably back there too. And the question ain't, will she or won't she? The question is, who won't? Out of them all, which ones won't do it? Where they at? I would never do this. Listen, watch this. Oh, I'll never do this. If you ever had an emotional affair, if you ever erased that text that some guy sent you, you would do it. Stop talking about what you wouldn't do. That's what this was just annoying. Like, and this was crazy. Like, I'm 47. Some of y'all older than me. Some of y'all a little younger than me. We knew these things when we was in our 20s. I got guys that I got associates that I used to be friends with that I saw them in action when it came to females. I had one dude, he used to be like, watch this, man. Watch this. And he just practically came up to his girl chest, had her in check. Now the dude had to get his arm twist. His wife had to completely reject him for him to see. I mean, it's like, and I know this dude, I knew him since we was like 3-4 years old. I came through the ranks with this dude. I know how he thinks towards women. All of that, he got too soft when he got older and he paid the price. Because he, like many of us, didn't realize the true value of the vag, which is 0 until elevated by good behavior, loyal behavior, doing things right, helping you. Until then, it's low. It's low. So, guys, stop showing off. The vag has no real value. Stop showing off. Stop being at work getting into it with other guys. Stop being at work talking about your other male co-workers to these women, trying to make yourself look better. You being a simp. When they talk about your male co-workers, and this what happened on one of my old jobs. So the job had become real cliquey. And the guys that I was cool with, like, they knew how the other people was. So if they was talking about me, them guys would just get up and leave. I did the same thing when they tried to talk about them. Or sometimes people would come to your defense. But usually the way to go about it is just to try to stay out of it. Don't sit there and listen to that conversation, because they'll turn you against that person. Guys be trying to side with these females. But then when it's all said and done, they be looking like goofies because they saw that person was in the wrong. And now they wanna come against the person now. Never let your little head do your thinking for you. Don't let these women get you in no fights. Don't fight over no women, because the vag has 0 value. Especially if somebody else done beat it up. You trying to fight over her? You trying to fight, dude, for smashing your girl? Are you serious? Are you serious? You trying to fight a guy who stuck his wing ding in your girl? That's not your girl no more, man. Why would you fight him? Why would you shoot at him? Be like, you know what, man? All yours, bro. All yours. Tell him, I don't got no smoke. I don't want no smoke with you. Hey, man, you smashed her? Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Well, that's your girl now. It ain't my girl. You can have her. Don't fight over these women. And this is what they'll do. They know you ain't gonna fight over them, so they'll try to put your kids in the middle of it, because they're evil. No saved woman, no believing woman, no righteous woman would do such a thing as that. No righteous woman, no woman whose name in the book of life is going to hold her kids against their dad. They're not going to do that. That's what women who are lost, women who belong to the darkness do that. Women with Jezebelic tendencies do that. Not women who have a touch of the Most High God in them. They're not going to do that. They're going to let you see your kids. They're going to work together. They're going to cooperate. Y'all know why women is trying to take these guys for all they got? Because they unrighteous. They unrighteous. Because the vibes, let me tell you something. Sometimes you got to realize this here. You got to realize that you might have made a mistake picking that one you picked. Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe you didn't make a mistake. Maybe she became a mistake. People change, man. Like, people change. But sometimes they'll show you in the beginning. If you had any woman you had to chase, I'm telling you, it's going to end bad. If you got with her and she was talking to other dudes, or you took her from some other dude, it's going to end bad. It's going to end bad. It's going to end bad. Don't do nothing to jeopardize. You know what? I hate to say this. How can I say this? But I'm going to say it. But me being a preacher, I got to figure out a way to say what I'm finna say. If your wife cheats on you, or your girlfriend cheats on you, don't argue with them. Don't confront them at all. If you got kids, go right into negotiation mode. Right into negotiation mode. So what we gonna do? She try to argue like, oh, no. Look, no. You're not mine no more. No need to argue. She tries to fight. Remove yourself from the situation. Don't spend a day in jail because of her. And you don't know the police officer could be a severe white knight and try to come over there and shoot you. So you got to be extremely careful. Go right into negotiation mode. Right into it. Next, I know a lot of guys tell you, don't get in no relationship, don't approach no women, none of that. I kind of disagree with that. I think it depends on the situation. Some guys need that. They need to go and they need to try to get with somebody else. And they might need to be rejected to show them maybe she ain't no better than them. But also they need to see that this is in the past, that she's in the past. So sometimes you might want to try to score, might want to try to shoot that shot and score a bucket. And hopefully the bucket will help you to realize that it's more fish in the sea. And to realize also that the vag is fish. It's fishy. Fishy. Y'all ever wonder why sometimes they had a fish smell? You know how the phrase fishy? Like something is fishy. Maybe, I don't know, man. That could be like, hey, that could be like a coincidence, or like, you know how people say, man, something seems fishy. I say, maybe it's your girl. So, I would say, and then make sure it's somebody who got more going for her and look better than your wife or your girl. I'm just saying. My grandmother kicked. I don't really like to go into like a lot of family business and stuff like that. But my grandmother years back kicked my grandfather out the house. I mean, he was acting up because, you know, women be on that monogamy stuff. They probably didn't, even though she was in the church, she probably didn't, you know, she probably didn't understand that stuff. And luckily, he found a unicorn. Man, his second wife was so nice. Nice. I mean, for an older woman, she looked it nice. He lucked up. What if he would have been, please, baby, please? That's deep. That's not understanding true value. She kicked you out, which means she didn't want to be with you. Once they don't want to be with you, move on. Which also means that she don't think nothing of you or your livelihood or your safe. Even if, okay, he had another woman. He had another woman. I mean, it was back then, they on that monogamy tip. But he found a unicorn. My grandfather's second wife was nicer than my grandmother as far as her demeanor. She was nicer. Like, she didn't care us being over there. She was very hospitable. I mean, that's just the truth. But guys, can't stress this enough. Your wife, your girl probably already got smashed, okay? She probably already got smashed. Don't fight these guys. Don't go after these guys. Shake his hand. You know what, bro? Man, listen, man. I'm glad you were still over here. Because now I know the truth. If he try to be a hero, then give him double. Give him double love. The double love. You try to be a hero, like, remember Martin, how he said, look, I done already forgave. Remember when he thought Gina was cheating, he came through the bed? Like, if you forgive him, like, let's say that happened to me. Let's say I say, you know what, bro, you got her, man, don't worry about it. He tried to be a hero. Oh, he gonna see how these come. And he better hope I don't pull out a cannon / strap, gat, whatever you want to call it, whatever you be calling it. But listen, if you got her, man, don't start no stuff with me. I ain't gonna fight you over no female. But don't try to be tough and don't try to be no hero, man. Oh, and don't start winning the fight. You start making my head go back like this, oh, I'm going to do something dirty. But what I'm telling you guys is it shouldn't go there. It shouldn't get to that. It shouldn't get to that. For one, y'all got to have more savvy than that. Y'all got to have more charisma. Y'all got to have more Mac in you than that. Than to be chasing behind another man's woman. If you find out she got a man, why is you still trying to get with her? Oh, I got a man, I'm married. Oh, what that got to do with me? I'm trying to ask, can I put in the application? Man, you can put in the application. No, I'm just kidding. I tell y'all not to don't do that. You want to put in an application? Put in an application, man. Take that off my hands. Because you know what? If you can get it, it wasn't worth having. Because a woman that is worthwhile, you can't get. A woman that's worthwhile to me, none of y'all can't get her. A woman that's worthwhile to y'all, I can't get her. So why is guys putting themselves at risk for these females, man? Because she moaned a couple of times, told you was the best. Because she SQUIRT or whatever else y'all like. Get out of here with that, man. Get out of here with that. You know what I find out being out here working? I'm just going to tell you like this. I find out that a lot of women are into me and a lot of women ain't. But guess what? That's nice to know. It's nice to know that women had that look in their eyes towards you that if you want it, who knows? But it's also nice to know when they had that look of disdain towards you. Because that shows you what some of their true nature really is. Never, 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 never. I ain't fighting over no one. You better try to get her, slap her, or do something in front of me. I'm not fighting some dude that smashed my wife. If that would have happened, why would I look like? Man, what's up? What's up? What's trying to fight? What I look like? No, that ain't. I told y'all the only way you'll see me fighting is if I caught him in the act and he tried to be hero. He tried to play. Let me tell y'all this story. It's kind of a funny story that I tell in closing. It was this guy. We were working at there was a restaurant called Tumbleweed back in the 90s. Some of y'all probably remember it. And it was in a city called Glendale, which wasn't too far from my house. I was working there, on the side of everything else I was doing, right? So we talking about girls and stuff in there. We talking about women in there. So we all ain't nothing going on. It's completely dead, completely slow. So we standing around talking. And this one particular guy, we talked about messing with people's wives stuff. And I said I would never do that if I knew she was married. Like, she would be off limits to me and this and that. The one guy came in and he was maybe like, what made the story, his descriptions made the story funny too. So he might have been like maybe 5'7", 5'8". He was like, I messed with this guy's wife once. And I said, what happened, man? What happened? He said, all right, check it out, man. I'm finna tell you what happened. He said, so I met his wife as such and such. We hit it off. I'm messing with her on the side, stuff like that, right? Her husband started to ask questions, this, that, and the other, right? So he said he in the car with her. He said they coming up the street. And he comes, she said, oh my, he said she cussed and said, that's my husband. He said, oh, shoot. He couldn't tell, obviously he couldn't tell how big he was. He said the dude got out the car. He was like 6'6". He said he had on a cowboy hat, cowboy boots. He said he looked like one of them Mississippi dudes or something, but this in Wisconsin. He said he comes up to his side of the car. Because he told her to pull over. He said, pull over. So he comes to the dude's side of the car. He said he came to my side of the car. He knocked on the window. He said she told him to let the window down a little. He told him, get the F out of my car. Now, that was his car. So he said, dude got out. He got out. And he walking. She trying to talk to him and the husband, like she going back and forth. Like the husband saying stuff to her, but she tried to say something to him. So her and the husband arguing. He got out the car, he said. He started walking. And then he turned to try to say something to him. He said the husband yelled loud, like he said nobody ever in his life yelled at him like that. And said, get! Like he was a dog. He said it hit him so hard, he said he started crying like a little kid. Like, boy, we laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. That's when work was fun. We laughed at that for at least a couple minutes, man. And it was like 5 or 6 of us, and we all was bent over. Him telling that story, like he said, and I started crying like a little bee. And he showed her, he started crying. And y'all, I don't know if I probably told y'all before, the descriptions, like, that gets me when I'm, if I'm watching a comedian, the descriptions get me the most. Like when they show like body language and how something happened, that stuff, it just lights me up, man. It just tickles me. So when he showed us how he started crying, he said his head went back, he just started crying. Like, oh man, that was funny. But you know what the moral of that story was? He should have never been with that man's wife. Now he let him get out. He like get out of the car. He tries to turn around and say something else to her. He's like, "Get!" He said he started crying. Boy, I wish I could have saw it. I wish I could have saw it. Listen, man, don't challenge me. Some of these pander bears on TikTok, they really challenging other dudes. The stuff they saying, like, it's like, I'm looking at them like, dude, what's wrong with you, man? You gonna find out the hard way. And then he gonna be over here with us. The rest of us that found out the hard way. That we overvalue females. Like I tell you all the time in closing, don't disrespect them. You know, don't abuse them. Don't do those things. Because in doing so, you stooping down to a lower level. Don't try to do nothing to them if they tell you they done. You know what? Y'all pookies, y'all need to stop being pookies. That's the problem. See, y'all be getting taken care of by these girls, and then when they get tired of taking care of you, because women will get tired of taking care of you, you want her to take care of you forever. She want you to take care of her forever. Most women ain't gonna take care of you forever. Good luck getting anything out of them. So then they get rid of you, and now you can't take it, man. Just move on, man. Get your own stuff. Get your own stuff. Don't challenge nobody. Don't hurt none of these females. Stop trying to take the easy ways. Get your own stuff. And if she break up with you, get you some new stuff. If you got to break up with her, get you some new stuff. Why? Because the value of the vag starts at 0. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow with more videos.